I've heard you've been in trouble again.
Oh, no, it's nothing. Just the doctor said I need to stop masturbating. I said, why? He says, I'm trying to examine you.
Press the button.
Welcome to Tom and Andy's podcast show. This episode is brought to you by our sponsor, the Music Factory, Blackpool, England. If you're easily offended or a snowflake, then go and mother someone else. How do?
Hey up. I'll tell you what, Tom. What
What?
a lovely brew.
Oh, a cheeky little number. Very nice indeed. The leaves are from a vineyard in Dordogne area.
I'll tell you what, I'll just have one more glass of tea before we start.
Right, I'll join you. It's lovely, that, isn't it?
Lovely tea, that, Tom. Lovely tea.
I saw you on telly last night, by the way, Egghead.
Oh, yes, thanks. Did you enjoy it?
I thought you were brilliant.
Thanks,
Good-
pal.
Good makeup artist.
Brilliant makeup artist. Made me look good. I must wear that shirt more often. I didn't realise how nice that shirt was that I wore.
I thought you were robbed.
Not easy, though, against two mastermind champions, two world quizzing champions, and a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire winner.
Yeah.
I nearly said to Jeremy Vine, I'll tell you what, Jeremy, just phone me a taxi now.
If nobody knows what we're talking about, you may have seen Andy last night. He was on Eggheads, and I thought he did a great job. They were called the Entertainers. You nearly won 28 grand, didn't you?
Nearly. If we'd have got another question right, we'd have had it, I think. But now you've got to hope that they get it wrong, Tom. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And they very rarely get things wrong.
I won't be cheeky, but would I have got a little bit of that 28 grand, or would you?
I might have took you for a pint.
That'd have done me, pal.
Yeah,
That'd have
took you
done
for a
me.
pint. You know that, Tom.
Right.
I'd have took you down to Spoons for a curry club Thursday.
Right, let's start and have a look at the headlines, shall we? On the 16th of November 2022, a teacher has been struck off after getting into an inappropriate relationship with a pupil who he went on to marry and have children with. The 50-year-old left his wife and moved in with Miss Reed, now 25, before marrying her last year and having two children together. She was 16 when they met.
Wow.
Oh, you naughty boy.
I know, shocking. Amber Heard's Twitter doesn't exist after ex-boyfriend Elon Musk took over the platform. He makes me laugh, I've got to be honest with you. Since he took over that, he makes me laugh. Amber Heard appears to have deleted her Twitter account days after her ex-boyfriend Elon Musk's $44 billion takeover of the platform. Brilliant.
You imagine, I mean, if nobody knows that Elon Musk used to go out with Amber Heard. And
I know. Mental,
imagine
that,
your boyfriend buying Twitter and saying, no, piss off, you're not coming on.
Yeah, you're barred.
Funny. Man opens boot of his car to find a huntsman spider. They are huge, them things. And 200 babies inside.
Wow.
Jared Splat. Splat, that's what they'd sound like, wouldn't they? From Melbourne, Australia, was cleaning out the boot of his car when he stopped dead in his tracks at the sight of a giant huntsman spider. Blimey, one's bad enough. 200 babies at the side. Oh, no,
That's
no,
mental,
no.
that, isn't it?
I hate spiders.
Tesco introduces a new 28 pence charge for customers to charge their electric vehicles at their car parks.
Good.
With charging points at more than 550 of its UK stores, Tesco claims to have given customers enough electricity to travel some 86 million miles, the equivalent of looping the Earth's surface nearly 3.5 times.
My God. Yeah. You see, it'll all change. It was all bull, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Get an electric car and you don't have to pay anything. They're
And now they're
never going to
charging
just
everywhere.
give you electric all your life.
Yeah, exactly.
A friend of mine came over from Hull the other day and I bumped into him. And he said, yeah, he's got a new electric car. He's got to stop half the way back to Hull.
I know, to charge it, yeah.
So he's only going to Hull?
Mental. I know, they haven't got the range right on the battery yet.
Terrible.
The hybrids are good, where it's like electric and fuel.
Oh, yeah, I'd have a hybrid.
You flip over, but they're full electric. No good for if you're doing a lot of mileage, Tom, at the minute.
No. King Charles allegedly smashed 2 windows with a chair in an epic temper tantrum. He had a bit of that when he was signing those
He did, I
documents,
saw
didn't he?
that. Just reminded me of his father, actually, that.
Yeah. In the upcoming book, The King, The Life of Charles III by Roll Cider Christopher Anderson, it's revealed that the then prince had numerous temper tantrums. Yes, bloody. Where's this bloody pen?
I like a temper tantrum, mummy.
Smash the window.
And finally, this week,
Sorry.
Matt Hancock was slammed as an absolute prat on Question Time as the audience and panel discussed his casting as a campmate on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here.
Well, we spoke about that last week, didn't we?
Well, have you seen the new meme knocking about?
No.
It actually says, I'm a see you next Tuesday, keep me in here. And it's a picture of Matt Hancock. Brilliant, yeah.
What is the meme? I've seen it all the time. What is the meaning of it?
Well, it's just isn't it? A picture and usually a funny slogan.
Is that all it is?
Yeah, that's what they call it, yeah.
I've not watched it at all, but I cannot bear that bloke.
It's crazy. It's like we said, it's all showbiz bollocks, Tom, isn't it, really?
Yeah. And that was the news. Good night. Oh, line 2. Hello?
Hello, it's Father O'Reilly. Why did the students eat their homework?
Why did the students eat their homework?
Because the teacher said it was a piece of cake.
You pair of fat fliddling licking rimming backdoor hubble bag of twats.
Oh, thank you very much, Reverend.
And now it's time for the very simple, in fact, even I can answer some of the questions game.
How many cities are there in Scotland?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, I never knew this. How many? There are 7. There's Glasgow, Edinburgh, Aberdeen, Stirling, Perth. I just didn't realise Stirling was a city. Perth, Inverness and Dundee.
If you see the word Araf on a Welsh road sign, what should you do?
Turn the other
answer
way, you're
is-
in Wales.
Yeah.
Sorry, Wales.
Slow down. I once phoned the RAC in Wales, I were lost. And I said, can you help me? I'm in the middle of nowhere in Wales. They went, is there any sign nearby? I says, yeah. He said, what does it say on the sign? I said, Danga Goslow. He says, you prat, that's danger go slow. The old ones are the best, Tom.
The old ones are the oldest. I used to do that in my act when I was like 20.
Listen, some comics are still doing it.
And I tell you what, you did it with full confidence. Well
I did,
done
didn't
for
I?
you,
I just
mate.
threw it in.
As if it had never been said before.
No, you see, timing, Tom, timing.
What is the name of the Welsh national anthem? That is Land of My Fathers.
I knew that one,
Glad, glad.
Da, 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 da.
That's the one.
Da, da, da.
Don't
Hey, they're in the
know.
World Cup, Wales, aren't they? They're in the World Cup. And then we've got them in the group stage, Tom.
I know. It's been
Yeah.
about 140 years, hasn't it, for them?
Yeah, a long time. And I'll tell
Yeah.
you what, they surprised everybody at the Euros getting to the semi-final, so they might do well, you never know.
Yeah, as long as the captain doesn't get injured or anything,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
he's brilliant, isn't he?
Yeah, Gareth Bale, yeah.
Bale,
Yeah.
brilliant. I mean, he holds the whole thing together for him.
Exactly, mate, exactly. How many people died in the Great Fire of London?
What? This really surprised me.
Yeah. The answer is 6.
6, is that all? I thought
Yeah.
there'd been thousands of them.
You'd have thought so, wouldn't you? Maybe 6,000. No, 6.
The slang term monkey is how much in money? It is 500 quid.
In which year was the National Lottery started? That's in the UK, by the way.
Yeah.
The year was, I remember it well, Tom,
Yeah.
1994.
Which stereotypical Scottish delicacy first made its appearance in a chip shop in Stonehaven, West Scotland in the 1990s. Oh, come on. Everybody knows this
Dead
one.
easy.
Deep fried Mars bar. I've never had one, have you?
No, battered Mars bars are just not for me, Tom. I couldn't think of anything worse.
No, it's sickly, isn't it?
Yeah. What is England's official national sport? I didn't know this, Tom.
Yeah, I did.
I
knew
would have
this
said
one.
football, but the answer is cricket.
Yeah. Which building in London has 306 flights of stairs? Wow. The Shard.
The Titanic was built in which Irish city? The answer is Belfast.
The traditional Irish stew contains which meat? I always get these mixed up, but it is lamb.
Sue Brown was the first woman to compete in which annual sporting event? And the answer is the boat race, and she represented Oxford in 1981.
Wow. I'll never forget when Princess Diana was asked to kiss the cocks of the winning crew. Yeah, that was a great year.
Yeah.
And that was
They're
the very simple. In fact, even I can answer some of the questions. Game. We've been.
Don't tell me, Tom, don't tell me. We've been inundated with an email.
We certainly have, Andy. Jez from Bolton. Thoughts on Trump running again? Oh, that sounds wrong, doesn't it? Trump running.
Trump running, yeah.
Yeah. Personally, I think he's lost a little bit of steam. I saw him on TV tonight. Might be different when you're listening to this in a year or so, but it's as if he's lost a tiny bit of steam in his speeches.
Yeah, I would have thought. Yeah, I've not seen much of him lately, but you know something? The unemployment rate was the lowest it's ever been since records began.
Yeah.
There was more black and ethnic minority people in work than there's ever been since records began. And there was no wars, Tom.
No, and he wasn't frightened of getting Jong-un
No,
and
exactly.
all
He's the
that
first
round the
leader-
table and have a talk.
Well, he crossed the border with him, didn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
I think you've got to put personal differences to one side and say, look, okay, you might not like him because he's a bit of a prat and runs a bit wild with his mouth now and again and his tweets, but if he's actually doing the job which he said he was going to do, then let him crack on, let him crack on. Robert from Skem, I presume that's Skemersdale. What's happened to Liverpool this year?
Oh, God. How
don't
long have
even
we
go
got?
there.
Don't let Andy listen. Oh,
No, listen, we're on the up again now, Tom. We're on the up. We're through to the last 16 of the Champions League.
Right.
We've won the last couple of Premier League games.
Yeah.
And we're actually not in a bad position. I mean, we had a dreadful start. I think, personally, Rob from Skemersdale, last season has affected them to come so close to winning the quadruple and losing out on the two major ones by 1 point and one goal. Remember, these players, Tom, are only human.
Yeah.
And it must have affected them and put them on a bit of a downer.
It's
You
weird,
know.
though, isn't it? Because both of us, even I said, I'm a City supporter, and even I said to you at the beginning of this season on the podcast, I think Liverpool could win this year. And my God, they're so... I mean, they're not bad, but where's it all gone? It's weird, isn't it?
There's this World Cup break now, Tom, so it all kicks back in on Boxing Day.
Yeah.
So you never know. They could turn things around. I mean, look at last season. They were 14 points behind City at one time.
Yeah.
And it finished up losing by a point. So don't ever write them off.
Right, Diane from Preston, how would you sort out the arrival of immigrants into the UK? That's a bit heavy, really, for us, isn't it?
A little bit heavy, yeah. On a simple answer to that, Tom, I think the French authorities need to do more.
Yeah,
Simple
well,
as
I
that.
personally think we should stop doing what we're doing for them to wanting to be here, and that is dishing out money for nothing.
Yeah.
That's the reason they want to come.
Of course they do. It's
They
an
don't
easy,
get it in.
It's an easy
they don't-
ride.
They don't get it in France.
Exactly.
If you're in France, they don't dish out and give you a house, but
Exactly.
we do. And everybody goes, why do they want to come here? Well, that's the reason.
That's the reason, yeah.
So just stop dishing out money to everybody.
Stop dishing the
That's
dough out, yeah, basically.
Yeah, right. That's that, Diane.
Hillary from Nottingham. Should pensioners get a rise each year to the equivalent of inflation?
No more.
Well, yeah, I think they should. It should
Of
go
course
in
they should.
with inflation. Of course they should. And you know the other thing, Tom? I think they should look back on people that are retired
Yeah.
and seeing how much money they've actually put into the system
Yeah.
over the years. You
Yeah,
know,
well, when
and
I
look
got-
after them as well. If you've paid into the system and you've paid your fair share of tax,
Yeah.
you know, look after people like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody, I mean, they don't do, but everybody should get at least, I'm not sure what it is actually, I'm guessing, but I think it's about 3% it goes up every year minimum.
Yeah.
I think everybody should, across the board, if you're working, get that 3% in, because at the end of the day, if you don't, then everything's costing you more money, isn't it?
Exactly, mate. Exactly.
You know, and it's not a great deal to ask just to be the equivalent of what it was last year.
Yeah.
So that's what I think anyway. But does it matter what I think?
Well, exactly. Unfortunately,
doesn't.
what we say won't change anything.
Won't it?
No, not
Well,
really.
why are we doing this?
I don't know, actually. Good
Oh.
point.
Should we do something else? Sarah from Cone, would you ever go to a women's football match? Yeah, only a big one. For
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, same to me. Same me. I wouldn't go out of my way, if truth be known, Tom, to
No.
go to a women's football match.
No.
But if I was, you know, say, if I was down that there London and the Lionesses were playing at Wembley and there were a ticket going and I had nothing else to do, I'd probably go, yeah.
Yeah,
But it doesn't excite me, women's football. It's a totally different game to men's. And these
Yeah.
people that argue the toss against women's and men's football, go and give your heads a wobble.
I think it's absolutely brilliant to what it was.
Oh, it's
women's
better than what it
football.
was. Of course it is, but it's still not there with the men's game.
No.
in my
It's a
opinion.
different
It's,
game.
you know, it's a lot slower.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't get me wrong. I don't mind women's football, but I won't go out of my way to watch it.
Right. Next one, pal.
Perry from Sheffield, Yorkshire lad Perry. Opinions on Elon Musk?
Oh, yeah. We've just been talking about Elon.
We have actually, yeah.
Go on, mate.
I don't know too much about him. I just know that he's a very, 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 very rich man. But
Well, I watched the Elon Musk show the last week. There's 3 parts to it. It's
I
worth a
believe
watch.
so, yeah.
It's worth a watch.
Yeah, well, I'd like to watch that, yeah.
He nearly went bust.
Right,
And he's a gambler, you know,
right.
a really big gambler. I don't mean on cards and roulette,
Yeah,
in business and life.
business, yeah.
And he's been very, very lucky.
Yeah,
Because he was fired, you know, from PayPal.
Was it?
Yeah, it was his company, and they fired him from
Right,
his
wow.
own company.
Wow.
Yeah, and then he went on to, and then the NASA put this thing on. It says we'll give you £1.5 billion whoever comes up with a rocket that can get us to the space station. And that's when he put his company together, SpaceX. But putting SpaceX together, he used every bit of money up that he had,
Wow.
because he already had Tesla in trouble. They were in deep trouble.
Yeah, well, every credit to anybody having a gambling business, Tom.
And then they got the rocket off the ground, and they also landed the waste part. That's the most important bit, the bit that comes out and
Yeah.
splashes into the sea and it's ruined. He lands it. So
Wow.
he got his £1.5 billion, and that's how he started getting his money back. So, but I can see him going all thingies up, you know, if he's not careful, because there's only so much gambling you can do and
Yeah,
get
yeah,
away with it.
definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Well, it's been very enjoyable, but that's the end of Inundated with an Email.
A good variety of questions there tonight, Tom.
Yeah, thanks for writing in.
Today, we are learning Japanese. Professor Yang, one down, is here. Professor, and a very good morning to you too. I will be translating the professor's words into English for you, so ready with your pen and papers. Professor. I have a pencil. You have a pencil. We all have pencils. We have a funny language. You have a funny language. Your language sounds funnier than mine. We have lots of Sony shops. When we buy a stereo, it says on the label, made round the corner. We hate foreigners. You all look the same to us. I have an election. I'm sorry, could you repeat that, Professor? You keep saying you have an election. Do you mean you are voting tomorrow?
No, I have election.
Thank you, Professor. Are we mental? Are we actually
Japanese.
mental?
We're Japanese people. We're going to get letters for that one.
We might be inundated with a lot of emails.
Well, I might have said something in Japanese that I shouldn't.
That's what I mean. You never know. You never know.
Oh, dear me.
It's time for Oh My God. Be careful not to skid your kecks. Believe it or not.
It's getting worse, isn't it? It really is. Right, sorry, right. A dingo took my baby. On the 13th of August 1980, the Chamberlain family left home in their yellow hatchback motor car for a holiday in Central Australia. I remember this. Arriving at Ayers Rock, Lindy and Michael Chamberlain pitched a tent next to their car at a campsite. At around 8 p.m, their baby, Azaria, was heard to cry out. A mother went to the tent, found the baby missing, and reported seeing a dingo. Despite extensive searches, the baby was never found.
Oh, my.
You're right, Andy.
I am. It's made me sad, that.
Oh, dear. Of course, looking after a young child is difficult. But if they keep crying, then you did exactly the right thing. Feed them to the dingoes.
At a very young age, James started to remember his life as a Navy fighter pilot. Aeroplanes were the only toys he would play with, and after a time, this plane obsession turned into a nightmare. Flicking through a book, the 2-year-old pointed at a picture of Iwo Jima in the Pacific and said that was where his plane was shot down. His father found out that just one pilot died during the Battle of Iwo Jima. James M. Hunston, Jr., aged 21. The child was able to tell his father that he used to take off from a boat called the Natoma and knew the name of a co-pilot, Jack Larson. The Natoma was indeed a Pacific ship and Larson was still alive. Oh dear, a huge imagination, young man. And who should doubt you? We would, you crazy bastard.
Natasha Ryan, known as the girl who hid in the closet, let her family think she was dead for 5 years before they discovered she had run away from home and had been living in her boyfriend Dick Hubbard's closet. Natasha Ryan was only 14 years old when she went missing. Oh dear. 14 years old, eh? And you ran away looking for Dick.
You're not the first. Stop it. We might get an email next week from the institution, Tom.
No, we might get 3 white men coming.
Just a
3
bit-
white men.
3 men in white coats might knock at our doors. Cut us off. We've done some strange stories in the past, but this beats the lot. Listen to this, Tom.
Right, go on.
One of the strangest attempts to climb Mount Everest was by Maurice Wilson, an eccentric Englishman, who tried to climb Everest after flying to the mountain despite knowing nothing about mountaineering or flying. No, Tom, we're not mental now. I've realised that we're not mental.
Oh, no.
The plan was to fly to the Tibet, crash the plane.
No, hang on. Not to the Tibet.
Oh, not to Tibet. To Tibet.
It's Tibet.
That's it, yeah. To the Tibet. We are mental, Tom. Tom, we're mental. The plan was to fly to Tibet, crash the plane on the mountain's upper slopes, and climb to the summit. He flew all the way in 2 weeks, then got lost halfway up the mountain. His body was found in snow a week later. The last twist in the Wilson saga was that he was a cross-dresser. He was found wearing women's clothes and high heels. Oh, God. The official report said he wasn't dressed properly for the expedition. Oh, God. Oh, Tom, I've gone. Oh, dear. What a daring person. What courage. What an adventure. What a prick. Oh, I've gone with that, Tom. No, Tom, we are not mental now. I've realised we're not mental.
No. Mind you, I wouldn't mind trying that. Not the flying, the cross-dressing.
Yeah, just the cross-dressing you want to try.
That's more dangerous. Oh, dear me. What's the matter with us this week? Right, we're off to Court 1, where you, the listener, will be the jury. Did the claimant win or lose the case? You decide.
All stand.
Morning all. Judgmental here.
Good morning, my lord.
Right, read out this morning's rubbish, counsel.
Claudine Longett claimed her boyfriend, Vladimir Sabic, had been showing her how to use a gun when it went off.
A woman with a gun? Blimey, this is going to turn out well. Carry on.
She shot him in the abdomen at their home.
What did I tell you? I mean, a woman with a spoon is dangerous enough, but a gun, Christ, carry on.
Sabic died from blood loss on the way to hospital.
Did Miss Longett go down or not? Was it a real case? Or was it all a made-up story? It's up to you, the jury, to decide.
It was, in fact, a real case. Longett was subsequently charged with murder. In the process of collecting evidence, though the sheriff's department made a few errors, they collected Longett's diary and a blood sample without a warrant, making the evidence inadmissible during the trial. The jury convicted Longett of the lesser charge of criminal negligence, which is only a misdemeanour. She paid a fee and spent 30 days in jail.
Hey, by gum, I'm enjoying it, mate.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers, pal.
You having a cup of tea with me?
I'm having a cup of tea. Lovely tea, this.
Mm. Very nice. Da-doing.
Guess where we're up to now, Tom?
Where?
It's time for
Clever or Kahunas? Oh,
You won last week, didn't you?
I did.
Have you had a
I
good
did.
week? Have you had a good week?
I've had a brilliant week, mate.
Oh.
I know why you like winning now. Oh,
good,
God,
isn't it?
I've felt wonderful. I
bet
might
you
go
have.
on eggheads.
Get in for eggheads, Tom. You'll have all that confidence knowing that you've won Clever or Kahunas.
If I mention it to Jeremy, he'll probably go, "Yeah, listen every week." Yeah. Right, you ready?
I'm ready.
Clever Kahuna.
Ooh.
A man was in the front room of his own. Oh, bollocks.
Oh, he's messed up already, Tom.
A
That's
man,
what you get when you don't practice.
I know. A man was in the front room on his own shouting, "Don't go in. Don't go in. It's a trap. Your life will be over." His son asked his mum, "Is Dad watching a horror movie?" She says, "No, our wedding video."
Tom, it's a good gag.
I know, it's all gone wrong.
You just messed it up, didn't you? I'm not, you know what, though? Because you've had a
Well,
good week, I'm not going to go harsh on you.
oh, thank you.
I
Go
would
on.
give you
Yeah,
a 4 for the gag.
right.
So
Okay.
I'm just going to deduct 1 point.
Oh,
In the
that's good
past,
of
when
you.
we've messed up, we've deducted like 2 or 3 points. So I'm just going to deduct
Yeah.
1 off you. So 3 for the gag, and I'm
Right.
going to give you your Clever and your Kahuna. So 5
Ah.
points, Tom.
Oh, that's very good of you. I think that's a good rule, to be honest.
Yeah, just bear in mind, Tom, that what I've done
Yeah.
there, if I mess up, won't you? Just
Oh,
bear in
oh.
mind.
Well, we'll see, eh?
Clever.
Oh, 2 clevers. Okay.
Not saying I live in a rough area, but I've just bought an advent calendar and half the windows are boarded up.
That's rough, isn't it? That is a rough area, that.
Oh, rough area, that, Tom.
It's a good gag.
Good,
What
isn't it?
did you have
Clever
in it?
gag. Clever gag.
A couple of, yeah, I'll give you that. That's the 4. That's a 6, mate.
Thanks, pal.
Yeah, that's a 6. There
Thanks,
you go.
Tom. You're making sure you don't mess up on this one, aren't you?
Well, I haven't read them for all week. Right. Oh, yeah, right. You ready?
Ready.
Clever.
Oh, double clever.
California scientists are studying the impact of cannabis on the local seabird population. Apparently, they're being thorough and are leaving no turn unstoned.
Hey, I like that, Tom.
2
We're not
clevers.
messing. Yeah, 2 clevers.
Yeah.
A good gag. I thought you told it well.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I'm going to give you you
Yeah?
a 5.
You're joking.
And your 2 clevers, Tom. You're going to get 7
A
for that.
7.
Yeah.
Oh, bless
And do you know why I've
you.
done that, Tom? Because I know you had a bit of a bumpy start tonight.
Right.
So to pull it round and tell the gag like you did
Yeah.
without hesitating, I think you deserve that extra point.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
You mean I was sort of battling against the odds?
You was a little bit, yeah. When you have a
Right.
dodgy start, you've got to sort of, yeah. So that's why I'm giving you
That's
that
right.
extra point. I would normally
Thank you
give you
very-
4 on your 2, but I'm giving you 5 on your 2 there, Tom.
Oh, brilliant! Thank you very much, mate.
You're welcome, pal. Just remember what I've done there, Tom. What?
I'll remember. That's
just
2
remember.
remembers I've got to remember.
Yeah. Clever. Clever. Oh.
3 clevers. Okay.
What do you call a scientific talk about the psychological impact of cannibalism? Hannibal Lecter.
Well, what did you have on it? 3 clevers.
Triple clever.
Right. I'm going to have to dock you.
Dock me, what for?
Yeah.
Oh.
Can you read it again at the end there, please? I've just had a look over your shoulder at your piece of paper.
Hannibal Lecter.
No.
Oh.
What does it say?
It says Hannibal Lecture.
Lecture. You see my
I
point?
did, yeah, I messed up, Tom, didn't I?
Terrible, terrible, shocking.
Would you have
shocking.
would you give me a good score if I hadn't messed it up?
I would have give you full 8 points.
Oh, Tom.
Would have bollocks. No, I'm gonna get 4. I'm gonna knock you 1 off.
Okay.
That's all. But I'm gonna knock you a clever off as well.
Okay.
So you got 4, 5, 6. You had 3, didn't you?
I had a triple clever, yeah.
Yeah, it is clever, but I can't allow 3 clevers when you say lecture.
Yeah, lecture, I should have said. Hannibal Lecture.
Yeah, you see my point, mate.
Hey, I've got your point, Tom. You made it very, very clear.
Thank you.
But, under the circumstances, I'm not disappointed with the score there.
Thank you very much.
So, thanks, Tom.
God, all this television's gone to his bleeding head. Right. Clever. Clever.
Oh.
I've been reading about how bad drinking, smoking, and drug taking is. And so I've decided once and for all to stop reading.
Yeah. Double clever on that, Tom.
It was.
Told it well, not messing. 4 points, and you're double clever. 6 points.
That's it. Oh, nice one. Thank you very much indeed.
Clever. Kahuna.
Oh, a bit of a mixture. Okay.
A recent study has found that women who carry a little extra weight live a lot longer than the men who mention it.
Oh, nice.
Nice,
That's a nice gag.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a bit of kahuna with
A
it.
bit of
Yeah.
kahuna
It's
in
a
there,
tiny bit shitty. Crappy. I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get you. I think it's worth a 4 and you 2.
Thank you.
That's a strong 6 there. Clever. Clever. If you're fat, it's not because it runs in the family. You're fat because nobody runs in your family.
Yeah, 6, Tom.
Do you like it?
I like that. Yeah, you're 4 and your double bonus there.
Thank you very much indeed.
Clever.
Right.
Talking to a liberal is like trying to explain social media to a 70-year-old.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to give you full points for that because that is not actually a joke.
Yeah, I know. It's quite true, that, isn't it?
I'm going to give... Did you have 2 on it? I'm going to give you 6, mate.
Okay, thanks, Tom.
Is that all right?
That's fine, pal.
Clever. Kahuna.
Ooh.
The nearest I've been to playing the bagpipes is carrying a screaming 3-year-old toddler over my shoulder.
Tom, I'm giving you max 5 and a 2. 7.
Are you not?
I am, yeah.
I
mean,
love
it just
bagpipe
makes
jokes.
It just makes me laugh. Sorry, Jimmy, if you're listening. Our pal Jimmy. We are sorry, but it is funny, isn't it? It's just that, you know what it is? It's the vision of it, Tom.
And the noise.
The noise and the vision of the toddler over your shoulder and the noise that comes out. Yeah. Brilliant.
Oh, dear me.
Right, let's have a look at this. Clever. I don't care what you think you're good at. There's a 7-year-old kid on YouTube doing it better.
No, sorry, but that's not a joke.
That's
either.
true as well, isn't it? That's true.
That's brilliant. That is brilliant. In fact, you know something? I'm going to give you full marks for that.
Oh, thanks,
because that really is very clever,
It is
actually,
clever,
when
isn't
you
it?
think about it.
Yeah.
And it's so true. I'm going to give you 7 for it,
Thanks,
mate.
Tom.
No problem. Right. Kahuna. Clever.
Oh, Kahuna clever.
Yeah. I just thought I'd mix it up a bit. A woman asked me, should I have another baby after 35? I told her no. 35 children is enough.
Yeah, put yourself a 6 down for that, Tom.
Is that all right?
Yeah,
It wasn't all that brilliant.
No,
but it's
it was a
yeah.
kahuna. It was a clever as well, and
Yeah.
and it were fun. You told it well.
Oh, brilliant. It's going very well.
Oh, clever.
All right.
Love's a lot like a bullet in that the exit usually causes the most damage.
Oh, dear. Oh, we're getting very serious,
That was
aren't we
quite
now?
serious, that. I don't think that was a joke. Again, that
No, it's
is
true.
fact, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to give you, for educating us, Andy, I'm going to give you a 4. And you 2, I'm going to give you 6, mate.
Thanks, Tom.
Is that all right?
That's brilliant, pal.
Wasn't a, and that'll upset a lot of people, but I still think it's well worth 6.
Thank you.
Yeah. Clever.
Oh.
Clever.
Oh, a triple clever.
Never get into fights with ugly people. They've nothing to lose.
It's clever, that as well. It's yeah.
It is, isn't it?
4 and a 3, 7.
Are you sure?
I'm sure, Tom, on that one. Yeah, it's a nice, quick, clever gag.
Yeah, thank you.
And you got away with your triple clever.
You just
got away with your triple clever. I was going to deduct one, but I thought, no, I'm not going to do that to Tom.
Oh,
Because, I've been impressed tonight, Tom. That was your last gag there.
Yeah.
And after you start tonight, I think you've done a good performance. I think you should be proud of yourself, Tom.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, be proud
Not
of yourself.
as proud as I am of you being on Eggheads.
Oh, thanks, pal.
You were brilliant.
Right. Clever kahuna.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
A Roman fighter consumed his wife. He said he was gladiator. Good strong finish, Tom.
That is a belting finish.
It is, isn't it?
I'm going to give you 8 points.
Oh, thanks, Tom.
It's a 5. Yeah.
It's a 5, isn't it? It's a double clever, and there's a bit of kahuna in there as well.
Yeah. I've got to be fair and give you the full 8,
Oh,
mate.
thanks, Tom.
This is going to be very interesting.
It is, actually. We've been very kind to each other this week.
We have. Let's see if it's paid off. Right, 5 and 7, 12, and 6 is 18, and 6 is 24. Oh, so 24, 27, 31, 37, and 7. 37 and 7. 44, that's right.
Is that you?
Right. Yeah.
That's a high score, Tom.
It says there's quite a few tonight, weren't there? 3 6s are 18,
Yeah.
4 6s are 24,
Yeah.
and 7 is 31.
31.
And 6 is 37. And an 8 is 38, 39,
45.
45. You beat me by 1, and that's because I was so kind with that 8 at the end.
Tom.
No, it's all right. I'm happy.
You know
Yeah.
something? I thought we were very generous tonight, and I thought it was very fair with our scores.
We were kind.
We were
I don't
kind.
I don't think it was... there was no anger, was there?
There was nothing tonight. There was no malice. There was no anger.
Yeah.
And you know something, Tom?
What?
You messed up on your first gag, and
You
I
keep
deducted
telling
you
me
1
that, yeah.
point.
Yeah, you keep telling me that, yeah.
If you hadn't messed up, we'd have drawn there this week. We'd have drawn.
We could go on tour, couldn't we?
Yeah.
We could do a tour.
We could do a
theatre
tour of this, couldn't we?
Doing gags.
And we
doing
could-
these.
That'd be
We
fun.
could do the O2.
Could do the O2, yeah.
Yeah. We've
Hey,
got...
you never
How
know.
many does that hold? 20,000?
20,000.
Well, we just need another 19,999 to be packed. Well, and that was...
Clever or
Kahunas. Oh, yeah. Hello, line 2.
Hello, it's Father O'Reilly. Why do sumo wrestlers shave their legs?
Why do sumo wrestlers shave their legs? Because they don't want to be mistaken as feminists.
You pair of fat fliddling rimming backdoor huttle bag of quats.
Thank you very much, Reverend. It's time for Fabulous tips.
Here's a good one, Tom. Here's a good one.
Yeah.
Sticker removal trick.
Right.
All those bits of stickers that have been there for years, use a scraper in combination with a hairdryer to soften the adhesive.
Nice.
Nice, eh?
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. Prevent your bathroom mirror from fogging up after a hot shower with car wax. Apply a small amount of car wax to the mirror, let it dry, then buff with a soft dry cloth, and that stops it steaming up. How's that?
That's a brilliant tip, Tom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. I'm going to try that.
Yeah.
Find your lost items. Now, everyone knows how annoying it is when you can't seem to find a drop pill or the back of an earring. Use your vacuum cleaner, but before you turn the vacuum on, cut off the end of a pair of tights and secure it on the end of your vacuum hose with a rubber band.
Right.
Go down the sides of your sofa and you'll be amazed at what comes out.
Right. Got it.
Good
Got
tip,
it.
that, Tom.
Yeah, it'll all be stuck to the tights, won't
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
Especially if they haven't been washed.
exactly.
No, no air pump to blow up the kids' paddling pool or blow up toys and mattresses. No problem. Use a vacuum cleaner. Hey, this is similar to yours. Just pop the top off a plastic squeezy bottle and fit the top to your vacuum's hose. You may have to use gaffer tape. Once the top is secured to the hose, attach the hose to your vacuum's exhaust port. Yeah, so in other words, it's blowing.
Yeah.
It'll blow up your inflatables in no time. To deflate, attach the hose to the vacuum port. That's the sucky bit.
Yeah.
And suck out the air.
Brilliant.
Because when you do that, and the kids will go, I'm going to have the swimming pool out. And it's a real pain, isn't it, blowing them up. Even with one of them foot pumps. Well, just do it with that.
Yeah,
That's
brilliant.
Yep.
Here's a good one. Simple lawn edging. To edge your lawn, garden or flower bed, lay down a piece of 2x1 wood. While holding the wood with your foot, drive a flat spade along the wood's edge. Move the wood to create a clean, straight line.
That is very good, actually.
It's clever, that, Tom.
Because when I do mine, they do go a bit skew with.
Yeah, clever, that.
I mean, when my gardener comes round,
Yeah,
he gets it all skew with.
does he? Is he blind?
Yeah. He does my piano while he's here.
yeah.
Identify your keys at a glance. To make it easier to quickly find your keys, paint both sides of the key head with brightly coloured nail polish. Use a different colour for each key. The nail polish is extremely durable, and you'll be surprised how much longer it lasts than spray paint. Yeah, I suppose that's
good tip,
pretty
that.
good when it's dark and
Good tip.
you can't really see it. Eh? And that was
Fabulous
Tips. Well, that's it from Tom and Andy's podcast show. We hope you've enjoyed the show, because we have. We've had a belting week, haven't we,
I've
mate?
enjoyed it, pal. Yeah, really
Yeah.
enjoyed tonight.
Yeah.
Really have. And thanks for joining us as well and wasting nearly an hour of your life away with us. We do appreciate it.
A big thank you to our sponsors, the Music Factory Blackpool, and our producer, Doris. You're right, Doris? Get on with it. Toodaloo.
Toodaloo.